interesting thing that has changed recently is that our end users, our tenant partners, our multinationals are coming to us as developers, not only just to occupy a building. They say, we want to occupy a sustainable building. If we are going to expand into the continent, we want to enter into a building that is environmentally friendly and has a social impact. And so from a gateway point of view, we were well placed because we had already strategized before the big boom. We had already strategized to develop sustainable developments, and our minimum requirement for delivering these developments are an IFC Edge requirement. So having come into Kenya and developing a bespoke, and Eneo specifically a bespoke building for CCI, we had to, from the start, think of sustainable elements that will complement the need of our client. And so through the design process, there's a few elements that we managed to achieve, or not to achieve, but rather incorporate in our design to be able to achieve the long-term sustainability effect for our tenants. And just to name a few, we've incorporated filter facades on the east and south of the building. We've designed the floor plates to have self-shading facades on the north and the south of the building. We've also incorporated water efficiency elements or sanitary ware. We've got energy efficient lighting as well that we've incorporated. We've used a lot of, and the building also has been incorporated with openable windows to allow natural ventilation. The high performance glass has been used in certain areas, which has the benefit of limiting the heat gain in summer and retaining some radiant heat in winter, which helps as well for this particular building, the Eneo building for CCI, because their requirements is to have natural ventilation flow within the building. So we've also incorporated a mechanical ventilation system that can filter quality air outside, from the outside, and bring it into the building. We've gone as far as using natural material, sourcing local natural blockwork for the building. We use natural stones for the cladding, and we've used gravel for the insulation of the building. So it's quite a few elements, and besides being able to visually see the external environment, there's a few elements that we have incorporated to be able to meet that IFC requirement and our minimum standards of, if I may just go a little bit further on that, our minimum standards of level 1 to 20% of the IFC certification. And we partnered with firstly contractors that are willing to implement our vision as much as, because we are developers, we need contractors to then come in, step in and say, okay, we are the contractors for Gateway Real Estate Africa's developments, and so we need to empower women to be on our site. How can we make our site conducive to bring the women in? To then assist them, we then partnered with an organization called BuildHer, which is absolutely, it's an amazing foundation and NGO that on its own right has built a mission or on a mission to empower and upskill women in construction skills and trades so that they can participate